Hello everyone, I hope you all are fine, you are doing well. Actually, I'm making a video after a very long time. There are 2-3 videos जो मैंने बनाने के सोचे हैं which are still being made at some of their phases. They are still left incomplete. But soon I'm gonna complete those and I'm really sure about it. But today I will tell you how I make money actually and how I'm able to travel this much. It's like I'm not paid by any company right now, but I have to work on my own in order to fund my travels, right? So one of my side ventures is taking IELTS speaking and writing candidates. I mean, as you know, I have told in my videos before that I used to work for company here for an institute, and I was a full-time IELTS trainer. But because it was very tiring, it used to take my entire day, and I didn't find any time for my own self. I used to work for like 6 days a week back and forth, and that's why I decided that I should rather start something on my own. I should do something on my own in order to grow or in order to try something else. So I just left that job and I started with my own stuff. Now, one thing that I do is take IELTS writing and speaking candidates. Today I'm gonna show you actually how this live interview works. So basically, first what I'll do is I'll text the student. I enroll them for like 1 week, 2 weeks, or even for a month if they are ready, and if their exam is 1 week away, 1 month away. And first, the thing is very flexible. I mean, sometimes I take interviews at 10 in the evening, sometimes I take interviews at 10 in the morning, depending on the availability of the candidate and my schedule as well. Now, I'll just text the student, I'll see if the student is available. I've just texted the student and I'm waiting for the student's reply. Once she replies, I should be able to start. And currently I'm using Zoom. Okay, so the student is in waiting room already. So it's purely one-to-one interviews basically. I should not leave the student in the waiting room for long. And after this, I'll tell you more about it after we should finish. It will last for around 20-30 minutes, I guess. But I won't make video for that long for sure. Hello Nirali, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Happy New Year to you. How was your New Year?
It was good. It is good. Sorry.
It's going good, right? It's going great. Did you make any dishes, new food dishes?
No, not today. Actually, we prepared it in advance.
Okay.
Like some sweets and.
Achha, so you make all the preparations before, and on the festival day we just have to chill, right? Yeah, things differ at our place. Whenever there is Eid or such a festival, we stay away for the entire night. My mom won't let us sleep, and she would want that we should prepare everything fresh and everything should be there at the table.
Anyways, chalo, let's get started with our interview. We'll take section 1 first. Before this, have you checked your essays?
Yes.
Okay. I think there were some silly errors. I think you are not revising your stuff after completion.
Actually, I'm looking at that, but sometimes if it is more than 40 minutes, then during that time I'll not check that essay.
No, don't do that. See, you have to plan your stuff really properly, right? Let's say if I talk about an essay itself, 40 minutes ka time you have. So let's say you complete it, you have to, not you should, you have to complete it in 35 minutes. So that you have an extra 5 minutes with you, wherein you will be rechecking your own work.
Okay.
Getting the idea? Because see, many of the errors are such which could be, like you yourself can do away with those errors. If you just read your lines properly. There were some incomplete sentences that I didn't expect that you would be making those errors, and you won't be actually. It is just that when you're writing in hurry, you end up making those silly errors. So try to, like just make sure that you have an extra additional 5 minutes left at the end of your test, wherein you are rechecking your own work. Okay? Okay, chalo, let's start with our speaking. First we'll take section 1. What is your favorite festival?
There is not only a single festival that is my favorite. There are many festivals which I like to celebrate, like Diwali, New Year, and also recently I have started celebrating Christmas also. So these are the festivals which I like to celebrate the most.
Very good. How do you celebrate this festival? Let's say Diwali. How do you celebrate Diwali?
So in Diwali, with my mother, I like to cook different kind of food varieties Also, I like to visit my friends and relatives, and we together celebrate this festival.
Good. What is the most popular Indian festival?
There are many festivals which are popular in India, like Diwali, Holi, and nowadays Indian people have started celebrating Western festivals like Christmas, Halloween, and New Year. So these are the festivals which Indian people celebrate.
Now, see, the question is not what are the popular festivals. The question is what is the most Indian, most popular Indian festival. So, if you want to justify the answer that you just said, you could say that in India we don't have just one festival which is most popular. We celebrate many festivals with full enthusiasm, with the same enthusiasm as we celebrate any other festival. And then you can list some festivals out. Then you would add that nowadays we have also started celebrating international or Western festivals. So the word also needs to be used, or instead of also you can use as well. We have started celebrating Western festivals as well. Okay, do you like Western festivals?
Yes, I like to celebrate Western festivals because Christmas, I like to celebrate Christmas because during Christmas, all my friends, we gathered at any person's house and we make Christmas tree and do some party at home. So I like this festival.
Good. So this was section 1, and now I'll take section 2, which basically is a cue card, and I have just paused my video for a while, which is not very professional, but and I haven't told the candidate that I'm recording, otherwise candidates might get anxious or nervous. And I also will, when I'll be editing this video, I'll just hide the face of the candidate because of the privacy concerns. I'll just take a simple video. See, how I share the cue card is I follow Makar list. It's no harm following it because most of the time questions happen to be asked from this particular list. So now what I'll do is I'll share the question with the candidate. I'll just zoom out the question. I'm taking this particular thing from my phone, so the quality could be low, but it's okay. And like I'll highlight the question so the candidate, because in examination you're allowed to look at the question as well, so I'll just make sure that the candidate is getting the same taste as the exam, sorry. And Zoom has this feature wherein you can share the screen, so I'm using that particular feature only. And now I'll just start the interview again. Okay, Nidali, so here is a question. Describe a story or a novel that was particularly interesting to you. Okay, did you go through all the cue cards that we had?
Actually, I do that tomorrow.
Acha, you'll do that tomorrow. Good. Now, can we start with this preparation? Describe a story or a novel that was particularly interesting.
Actually,
We have taken it before.
Yes.
Okay, so just stop me stop me at the topic which we haven't taken. Yeah.
A movie you would like to watch again, I guess this is done. A time when you were stuck in a traffic jam? Done. An invention? I think this is done as well. Okay. An important river or lake? ये भी हो गया. We have taken so many cue cards already. A positive change in your life?
I guess pending.
Okay, so we'll go for this one, right? You have 1 minute to prepare, right? So it is 1 minute already. Now I'll ask the candidate to speak. She'll speak for 1 minute, and then I'll mark her errors out. I'll first let her speak properly, complete her speech, and then I'll start. Okay, Nidali, start.
I have made many changes in my life. Some are good, some are bad. But here I would like to talk about one such change that has brought positivity in my life. That change was about my weight. Actually, during since my childhood, I used to be quite bulky and overweighted, and due to that, I faced severe health-related issue. Also, some of my friends and relatives made fun of my weight. So last year, I decided to lose some of my weight. For that, I asked one of my friends how should I start, because I did not have any idea how to lose weight. He suggested me that I need to work out for at least 30 to 40 minutes in a day, and I need to change my diet pattern. Upon his advice, I enrolled myself for a gym, and I also changed my eating habits. Like I started avoiding junk food as well as sugary food and try to consume more protein rich food. And after 6 months, I lost around 10 to 12 kgs of my weight. After losing such amount of weight, I started feeling more energetic as well as enthusiastic, and some of my health related issues such as hormonal imbalance and hair loss were also reduced to the considerable rate. And now many people who earlier tried to humiliate me and try to point out about my weight also praised me for such a transformation. And I feel that this change is very good for me, because nowadays I feel like much more confident than the earlier time. So this can be considered as a positive change in my life.
Okay, perfect, Nirali. There were only few errors. Overweighted nahi hota, it is overweight. I realized that I was overweight, and because of this, I started developing other symptoms, which caused a worry to me, right? Then I decided to lose some of my weight. Nahi aayega. I decided to lose some weight, or I decided to get in a good shape, if you wanna put it otherwise, right? For a gym nahi aayega, for gym. And those people who used to body shame me, although body shaming is never good, and I got into this in order to not develop some serious health issues like diabetes or heart pressure or pressure issues, right? I wasn't really concerned about my looks before, but still those people who used to body shame me before now started praising me for the hard work or for the dedicated hard work that I do. See, although वहाँ पे अपने को impression तो नहीं जमानी होती है अपनी obviously, but we have to make sure that whatever we are saying, it is true about us, whatever, right? And try to use such words, body shaming हो गया, क्योंकि ये सारे बहुत ही current words होते हैं. So if you're familiar with these words, again, it shows that okay, you are in touch with English literature and with the current affairs as well. Okay, chalo. Now we'll go for section 3. So every day I take 2 interviews, and currently the candidate is preparing for her another, not 2 interviews, sorry, 2 cue cards. And currently the candidate is preparing for another cue card. I'm talking softly, although I'm on mute mode, but it doesn't look professional to me. Now her 1 minute will end, and I'll ask her to start speaking another cue card. I'm not gonna make this video very long. I just wanted to show and record how I took online interviews. And this candidate is from, I guess, Bilimora, which is I guess, I don't know how much, but 70-80 kilometers away from Surat. So it's really handy that I'm able to do stuff from Surat, from my home, and I'm able to help people. It feels good.
Upcoming incidents or upcoming situations, so these kind of people study the sky. Also, some people who believe in astronomy like to study the planetary system so that they can predict the future of other people. So I believe these kind of people usually like to study the sky.
Good. Nirali, sometimes you can just chill, okay? I mean, not everything you would know. It's not possible for everybody to know everything, right? मतलब ज़रूरी नहीं कि मुझे हर किसी टॉपिक के बारे में पता हो. सो व्हाट हैपन्स इज, कभी कभी वो बोलते हैं ना, हम अपने ही पैरों पे कुल्हाड़ी मार देते हैं. हमें जब ऐसे अटपटे से क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, व्हाट वी डू इज़, देयर आर मैनी रीजंस, देयर आर सेवरल रीजंस, बट वी नो कि हमें हार्डली एक रीज़न पता होगा. सो डोंट यूज़ दैट लाइन, ओके? जब आपको नहीं आइडिया, सो वी कैन बी ओपन अबाउट इट, राइट? सिंस दिस इज समथिंग दैट आई हैव नेवर थॉट अबाउट, बट स्टिल आई बिलीव दैट दिस कुड बी द रीज़न, राइट? तो क्या हो जाएगा ना, योर आंसर वुड बी प्रेजेंटेड इन अ वेरी बैलेंस्ड फॉर्मेट. अदरवाइज अगर हमने बोल दिया कि भाई देयर आर मैनी रीजंस, और उसके बाद हम ही फंस जा रहे कि कहाँ है पहला रीज़न जो आना चाहिए था, तो इट वुड नॉट मेक सेंस ओवर दैट. ओके, राइट. डू यू थिंक चिल्ड्रन शुड बी टोल्ड प्लैनेट स्टोरीज टू इम्प्रूव देयर इमेजिनेशन?
I think children should be told these planetaries so that they can improve their imagination power, as well as they generate curiosity to learn more about the planet system as well as about the stars, so that by this way they will develop certain question about the science. And many times children may end up taking this as their career, like they may develop their interest into those fields.
सर्टेन के साथ भी वेन एवर यू आर यूजिंग काउंटेबल स्टफ मेक इट प्लूरल, मैनी के साथ हमेशा ही प्लूरल. ओके,
एक्चुअली जब वैसे नॉर्मल आइडिया रहता है लाइक टू के साथ V1 और वो सब, बट जब बोलने में आता है तो वो मिस्टेक हो जाता है.
ओके, सो लाइक इसको ना एक ऐसा समझो कि बस ठीक है, मैंने जो प्रिपेयर किया है मुझे उसको प्रेजेंट करना है. दिस इज़ नॉट गोइंग टू डिसाइड वेदर यू विल बी अलाइव और डेड द नेक्स्ट डे. ज़िंदगी मौत का खेल नहीं है, तो चिल करो. मैं इसलिए बोल रही हूँ क्योंकि ऐसे में भी जो मैंने लास्ट वाला चेक किया, गेस 58 था वो डॉक्यूमेंट, आई एम नॉट श्योर, आई डेंट रिमेंबर द नंबर. तो उसमें भी ना वो एरर्स थी जो आप कभी नहीं करते हो, यू नो, जो आपसे होती ही नहीं है और होनी भी नहीं चाहिए. सो इट शोज दैट समवेयर यू आर एंशियस एंड द एंजाइटी इज़ जस्टिफाइड. इट्स समथिंग दैट यू हैव बीन प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर लॉन्ग, बट चिल करो थोड़ा बहुत. आप ऐसा समझो कि यू आर प्रिपेयर्ड. ठीक है, देखो ओवर प्रिपेयर्ड भी नहीं है अपने कि भाई इतनी मेहनत कर ली कि अब टेंशन आ रहा है कि क्या याद रहेगा. ये IELTS एग्ज़ाम है, दिस इज़ नॉट आर UPSC GPSC के जिसमें फैक्ट्स याद करने हैं. यहाँ पे आप जितना चिल होके एग्ज़ाम दोगे ना, और जितना प्रॉपर लॉजिकली ओरिएंटेड रहोगे, इन द मोमेंट रहोगे, और यू नो लाइक यू आर ऑन द स्पॉट, यू आर रेडी, you are conscious of everything that's going on, and your mind is not somewhere else, you are there at that particular moment. तो उतना आप अच्छा परफॉर्म करोगे. जितना एनजाइटी आने लगेगी, जितना नर्वस हो जाओगे, उतना ना आपके माइंड फिर कुछ और बातें स्टार्ट कर देता है. यार ये हुआ तो, वो हुआ तो, इसमें ये रह गया तो, मैंने ये नहीं बोला तो, मैंने ये नहीं सुना तो यू स्टार्ट क्रिएटिंग स्टोरीज योरसेल्फ. और उसकी वजह से क्या हो जाता है, पंगा आ जाता है कि आपको आ रहा होता है लेकिन आप कुछ गड़बड़ करके आ जाते हो. सो यू हैव टू चिल एक्चुअली. ठीक है, राइट. और सारे क्यू कार्ड्स एक बार जस्ट गो थ्रू द क्वेश्चंस. अगर कुछ ऐसा लगता है जो अपना नहीं हुआ है जी, जिसमें डाउट्स है, तो पक्का अपन वो कल डिस्कस करेंगे. ठीक है, राइट. और ये बात ध्यान रखो कि आपने बहुत अच्छी प्रिपरेशन की है. सही बोलूँ तो आपने बहुत इम्प्रूव किया है. तो IELTS में बैंड आए ना आए दूसरी बात है, बट एक ये आपको एक सेल्फ अचीवमेंट होना चाहिए कि भाई जिस लेवल से मैंने स्टार्ट किया था उससे मैं काफ़ी बेटर हूँ अभी. So this comes, this should act, this you should feel like ठीक है, this is something that I've achieved, right? Give yourself a treat as well. ये एग्ज़ाम के बाद कि भाई ठीक है भाई निराली, you did it. This was something that I never thought but I did. ठीक है, ओके. चलो मिलते हैं कल अपन फाइनल इंटरव्यू के लिए. ओके, बाय, टेक केयर. So the candidate is gone, I mean left the meeting. Gone मतलब left the meeting. और अभी मैं भी लंच लूँगी. दिस इज़ हाउ माई इंटरव्यू वर्क्स, माई इंटरव्यूज़ वर्क इफ़ आई वांट टू पुट इट इन प्लूरल फॉर्मेट. फ़िलहाल अपना लैपटॉप है, कनेक्शन है, सो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह थिंग्स आर गोइंग फाइन एंड स्मूथ. आई वांट टू टेल यू ऑल वन थिंग दैट एग्ज़ाम्स का फोबिया जनरल है, होता है, बट वी नीड टू टैकल इट, वी नीड टू नो हाउ टू मैनेज इट. एज अडल्ट्स थिंग्स बिकम कि लोगों को लगता है कि यार इन्हें क्या टेंशन होगा, बट आई हैव सीन पीपल क्राइंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी लिटरली ऑन द पेनल्टीमेट डेज ऑफ द एग्जामिनेशंस, ऑन द प्रीवियस यू नो जस्ट द लास्ट वीक ऑफ द एग्जामिनेशन. सो वी नीड टू जस्ट चिल, और ये चीज़ें किसी और वीडियो में डिस्कस करेंगे. फिलहाल के लिए दिस इज़ हाउ आई टेक माई इंटरव्यू. एंड इफ़ यू आर लुकिंग फॉर समवन हु कैन हेल्प यू विद राइटिंग स्पीकिंग स्पेशली, मुझे बाकी दोनों को भी पढ़ाने में कोई इशू नहीं है, बट दीज आर द 2 टॉपिक्स इन विच आई एम डेफिनेटली इंटरेस्टेड अ लॉट. तो बंदी को आप कांटेक्ट कर सकते हो. आई लिव डाउन माई नंबर एंड द लिंक्स टू माई इंस्टाग्राम हैंडल्स बिलो. आप व्हाट्सएप पे कनेक्ट करो, इंस्टाग्राम पे कनेक्ट करो, एंड आई एम श्योर विल बी एबल टू वर्क ऑन यू एज वेल. दिस इज़ फॉर टुडेज वीडियो. बाय बाय एंड टेक केयर. अल्लाह हाफिज़. अम्मी दरवाज़ा खोलो तो भाई आया है. These things happen. He do get disturbed, but I have set up something as my office area over here. I'll show that someday. It's very messy. I'll resume making the video again. Oh, इसलिए नहीं, मैं जस्ट चेक कर रही थी कि यार ये वीडियो जूम कैसे हो जाता है, तो नहीं मतलब ठीक है ना। ओह फॉरगेट इट। चलो, डू यू नो एनी स्टोरी रिलेटेड टू प्लैनेट्स?
I don't know any story related to planets, but I have seen one Bollywood movie. In that, the main lead actor tried to communicate using special computer with the aliens living on another planet. So I know this story. Besides that, I don't know any story about the planetary system or about the anything.
So you were talking about Jadoo?